What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, bringing you another gold nugget that you either can pick up or you can just kick it aside. You know, I have been noticing here in the past few years this uptick of what we will see a race war that's ensuing. Now, I got some videos I want to show you all just to show how it is even getting worse today. You know, there was a time when you hear black on black crime, white on white crimes, but you are finding that now black folks have stepped over into the arena of killing white people. White folks, we know, has been a history of killing black folks, but it is now more prevalent that it seemed like it was silent for some years, but now here in the last 4 or 5 years, we are seeing that this racial war is really growing out of control. Let me say this right here, because I believe everybody should get ready. And why is that? It's because of the fact that when we are talking about black people killing white people, this was unheard of. It was typically black on black crime because of the message that was sent by the judicial system that if you kill a white person, your time served will be double than if you killed a black person. This was a code, an unwritten code that was sent across many states in America. And you find that many people stayed in line and stayed on their side of the track when it came time for killings. But this youth today, because of a flame that has burst out of control to where this youth sees life with no color. You see, when you have a generation of people who were brought up in a fire, when they see there are others who have a better life, when they see people who, because of this YouTube, this internet, TikTok, Instagrams, and they're seeing their counterparts, white people who live across the tracks, who has the nicer malls, who has the better clothes, the more expensive cars, and they're sitting here in poverty, where do you think they go? When you see the violence that have been shed in a community to where those who look at life means nothing, that psychological mindset begins to see life worth nothing, no matter what color is on that skin. You see, when the black community was in arms and uproar about the crime and the murdering going on, damn Erica ignores it. I've said this before. I had to study history to realize the makeup of a demonic spirit and how does that spread. White America has always ignored other race concerns that has an effect in their community. They don't realize that that very same beast will show up at their front door. This is biblically found, but they're not going to concern themselves with that. When we have yelled and argued about drugs in the community, they've ignored it. Now you see opioids and fentanyl killing them left and right by the droves. So much unreported. When we talked about the guns out of control, they did nothing when it was in the community. You see now mass shootings on their part, but now you're seeing black youths has a total disregard and are killing white folks. But you also see, because of racism, that these people who feel that their lives are threatened and that anger of racism within them rises out of control, they go seek out black people. Isn't this true? This is boiled now out of control that you could be an innocent bystander just walking down the street and somebody's just going to come up and shoot you because they're going to say, Today I'm going to kill a black person. We've seen here even just recently, which I'm going to show y'all the videos of two brothers said that they were going to, we're not going to kill Mexican today. We're going to go kill a white person today. That was totally unheard of just 5 years ago. You would not hear of a black man going to intentionally go out to hunt down white people. But because of the evil that is done, the retribution, if you will, in a sense, that spirit comes over and crosses over into the area that the society totally ignored, spills over in your community. You see, this race thing, all of these groups out here are fighting for their rights. Black Lives Matter. Trans matters. LGBT matters. Feminist movement matters. Children having rights for their own genders matters. All of these groups, all of these separate groups are fighting for rights, which causes confusion, which causes then them to fight against each other. Pro-life, pro-choice, Dems and reps, conservatives against the liberals. All of these are nothing but an indication that the more division there is, and though people feel as though they're not being heard, it will boil out of control, and what you're going to have is a war on your hands. Let's get to some of these videos, because many of y'all don't realize that what I've done was pick out these news medias that don't make it to the national news when you don't see many of these murdering that are happening. We've seen some of them, but a lot of them don't go on a long span of time, or many just don't get picked up. Be prepared and be discerning of the pulse of the people of damn Erica. I call it damn Erica because you put the D in front of America, capitalize the E, damn Erica. You see, they said Statue of Liberty. She was the representative of liberation for all people, which is not true. But America, I call Erica, and that America is damned. It is damned because of it is the evil now roots its head. That's going to consume everybody. It's not, I don't care if you're black, white, whether you call yourself a Jew, Hebrew, Israelite, whether you call yourself Christian, Muslim, whether you call yourself Hindu, whatever. All of y'all who have chased to fight to get in America, thinking it's a place of liberty, will suffer a consequence. Because there is a judgment from the universe that must play its part in how it was already laid out. That consequences based upon behaviors must be judged. They won't talk about this because they don't understand the spiritual consequence of what happens by evil. Anything that is of evil must go through a judgment. Let me share my video here. Let's get into this. Hold 1 second. Let's see here. Let me do this right here. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all sit tight and watch these videos. This war is so much out of control. They're not even informing them that, we got to do something about this. We better bring a peace about a people, because you see, black on white now. Time. Hold 1 second here. Okay. All right. Let me get this together here. We're going to share the tab, the window. Okay. My phone. Make sure everything goes right. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all see okay? I want to make sure because I tell you, I've been having some technical difficulties here lately. Peace and blessings to each and one of y'all as y'all come in, as I show these videos, because some of you may not be familiar with, but it's very ironic at this point in this day and time that we are seeing a change in how society is going into this racial war. Okay, let me do this right here. Yeah, take me out of it. And what did I just do? Let me stop that. Redo this again. YouTube. Share. Okay. I think we're on point. I'm just waiting for mine to come in. All right. Let's start with these three guys.
Three young men are now in jail in connection to a Jacksonville murder investigation. They were taken into custody in two St. Johns County neighborhoods yesterday.
And the victim found behind a dumpster in downtown Jacksonville on Tuesday. Taylor Levesque is on your side tonight. She's joining us live. And Taylor, I know you have new information.
Yeah, I read through the arrest reports tonight, and while a lot of key information is redacted, the report does say that the victim was being chased by a man on foot while a car followed. Now, that car mentioned in the report matches the description of one towed from a St. Johns County home Wednesday night. But the evidence where the victim was shot in downtown Jacksonville is still there.
Bullet holes on this dumpster near the 500 block of Ashley Street mark where the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says a 39-year-old man was found shot to death Tuesday. According to the arrest report, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office detectives observed the victim running, being chased by a man on foot with a dark-colored Jeep Grand Cherokee driving and following near the two men. The report notes the victim tried to hide behind this dumpster. The victim's name has not been released, but the three men police say are responsible are in custody. 19-year-old Ryan Nichols is charged with murder. 18-year-old Daniel DeGuardia and 21-year-old Holden Hodson are charged with accessory after the fact. The arrest report says the appearances of the three men match those observed by detectives. The three appeared in court Thursday. Judge Kimberly Sadler told DeGuardia and Dodson their charges could be changed to hate crimes. In a statement to First Coast News, she says, quote, "I'm not the state, it's up to them, of course, what charges they bring. But it was just a bunch of white guys chasing a black guy, and I didn't see any reason for it. Doesn't sound great," end quote.
All right. So she just saw just some white guys chasing a black guy. No big deal. No big deal. Let's go on to let's go on to the next. Let's go on to the next one.
And in other news this evening, Tulsa County prosecutors charged the man accused of murdering two innocent victims in Tulsa. They've now charged him with a hate crime. Police say Carlton Guilford shot and killed London Hathcock at the Rudisill Library and then shot James McDaniel at a Quick Trip minutes later.
News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live with the new details from prosecutors. Reagan.
Greg and Lori, District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler says based on the evidence, they believe Guilford shot both men because they were white. Now, Oklahoma's hate crime is called malicious intimidation or harassment, which is a misdemeanor.
The information suggests that race played a role in it. I feel like that's something that we can prove, and would be something that a judge or jury obviously needs to listen to. So we'll present that information along with everything else.
Okay. That was a black man who killed two white guys. All right. Let's continue.
An Oxford MBA is a passport to achieving business success because I am prepared to create my
Major break in a high-profile case involving the deaths of 3 Florida teenagers. Authorities have begun making arrests.
But they continue to search for an additional suspect. Fox News correspondent Jonathan Siri reports from Miami with all the latest details.
They took a life without thought.
Sheriff Billy Woods became emotional as he identified 3 juvenile suspects in the murder of 3
white
Marion
kids.
County, Florida teens. 2 males, ages 17 and 12, are already in custody as deputies search for a 3rd male suspect who's 16. Sheriff Woods says all 3 were involved in low-level gang activity and were acquainted with their victims, all 6 together Thursday in this white Chevy near a construction site dumpster.
There is no honor among thieves. And at some point, these 3 individuals turned on our 3 victims and murdered them.
Investigators say the attackers left 16-year-old Layla Silvernail injured and dying at the construction site and drove off in her Chevy, discarding the body of a 17-year-old male victim half a mile down the road. On Saturday, deputies found the car in another rural area 9 miles away. It was partially submerged with the body of a 3rd victim in the trunk, identified by family as 16-year-old Camille Quarles. Sheriff Woods says the 2 suspects in custody confessed to shooting the 3rd victim. He says the juveniles got hold of a weapon through car burglaries.
The bad guy is going to get a gun no matter what law you have put in place.
Okay, so we see that those were 3 white people, a white guy and 2 white girls who knew the 3 black guys. They were doing some activities, illegal activities, but yet they were turned on to them. You didn't hear this. Black folks was afraid to kill white people. It was because of a judicial system that was put in place that if you even thought about it, you're going to get double the time. These youth today don't care. And now you have the white people, these youth are killing the black people. There's this hatred, there's this anger, there's this disdain for one another that's boiling and spewing. That hate only takes a matter of time before one loses it, that they're just going to release that anger and hate. In damn Erica, it's so racially divided that people just can't take it anymore. There are people, because you see by the media that tries to portray black people as being evil, mad, and crazy, and yet they make it seem as though that we're getting over on the system, we should get what's rightfully ours, or we're just these violent, crazy people. Some people take that and look at us as a threat. There are those who go and hunt us down because they just don't like us. Now you seeing the black youth, you even seeing some of the elder people who just got sick and tired and want to have revenge. This whole racial thing is getting totally out of control. Let's check this out.
We want to bring you an update after a shooting of a 16-year-old teenager from Kansas City, Missouri. For the first time, we're seeing a photo of the elderly white man who shot that black teenager at his front door in Kansas City, Missouri. You're looking at it here. This is the mugshot of Andrew Lester when he was booked in by Kansas City police on April 13th. He's been charged with 2 felony counts, armed criminal action and assault with a deadly weapon. The Clay County prosecutor, Zachary Thompson, said the 85-year-old opened fire on 16-year-old Ralph Yarl. Yarl was supposed to pick up his 2 younger brothers, but went to the wrong house by accident. The teen is recovering at home after being released from the hospital yesterday on Sunday. Thompson also said the case has a racial component, but did not elaborate with those specific details. Authorities say Lester came to the door and shot Yarl in the head and then shot him again. They say no words were exchanged before the shooting. We want to bring you.
Yeah. Shot the young boy in the head for knocking on the wrong door. Listen to this right here.
WordPress made easy as pie. Go big with Bluehost.
Kids playing a game of hide and seek end up in the hospital in Calcasieu Parish. Deputies say 58-year-old David Doyle allegedly shot a 14-year-old girl in the back of her head as she was playing. Doyle told deputies he saw the shadows outside his home, so he got his gun. When he went outside, he saw people running away from his property,
Running
so
away.
he started shooting. He says he didn't know he struck a teenager. Doyle faces multiple charges and is in the Calcasieu Correctional Center.
Talking about he saw shadow. No, his shadow that he saw was black children. That's who he saw. But let's continue on. This is a race war.
48-hour search for an armed and dangerous man is over. Thanks for joining us here for your news at 11 o'clock. I'm Molly Grantham. Robert Singletary turned himself into authorities outside of Tampa, Florida tonight. This is the man Gaston County police say walked out of his home and shot at people wildly Tuesday late afternoon, including kids. He hit 3 people, one being a 6-year-old girl. Her little voice talking about running from gunfire is not easy to forget. To protect her identity in this traumatic experience, we are hiding her face.
And I think the bullet came back and it hit me, and the bullet went in my cheek.
Tonight, our Cam Gaskins is looking into the circumstances of his arrest and hearing from the grandmother of that little girl. Cam.
That brother right there, he shot 3 of white people of his neighbors because the basketball rolled into the yard, what have you. And yeah, let's continue. This has all happened here in this year, all of this here in the last couple of months. But they ain't saying nothing.
May have been racially motivated. That is according to a detective who testified at a hearing today.
Yeah, Lawrence Hare was killed while installing a mailbox for a rental home that he maintains. And Erica Ferrando's been following the story for us. She's joining us live from the Kenner Police Department with new information. Erica?
Killed while working maintenance outside of a home in Kenner. Now, the suspects were found this same day, and I just spoke with Kenner Police Chief Keith Conley to learn a little more about the possible motive. Kenner Police Chief Keith Conley says it's possible the suspects accused of fatally shooting 66-year-old Lawrence Hare while he was installing a mailbox could face hate crime charges in addition to the first-degree murder charges. Tuesday, the lead detective shared more details on the possible motive at a probable cause hearing.
Through some of the confession of Taj Matthews, who admitted to taking part in the homicide, that they did want to commit a murder that day, and specifically they've ruled out Hispanics, and they said it was going to be a white person. Within a couple blocks of their residence, or their starting point, they did find Mr. Hare out working on a mailbox, doing what he does, and shot him in the back.
Police say Hare was working maintenance at a home on Georgetown Drive when 23-year-old Taj Matthews and 25-year-old Maurice Holmes drove by in this silver Mercedes and shot Hare in the driveway. 3 hours later, detectives found the Mercedes, then arrested Matthews and Holmes on a charge of first-degree murder. We spoke with Hare's girlfriend over the phone after the hearing.
So let me come back to you all. Those are cases that just happened here within the last 2 months. And what we find is that, you know, this race war that's going on, especially, I'm going to say this right here. I've said this before. I've seen this in my vision, where because of the promotion of violence, promoting of violence, shootings and killings, the video games, all of these things that are so associated with violence in the Black community, it's going to come a day when these Black young men and women are not going to see color. And when that day happens, step back, because of the fact that you have white folks who've been killing Black folks, but we see now that the youth, see, it'd be these older white men that we've seen here, just here in the last month. 2 older white men shot and killed people, Black children on their property. But now what I've showed you also is that even the white youth are hunting down Black folk. Now, this race war is getting to a place where now people don't care. So what does that mean? The fear and the terror causes other people to react. And when other people react, people got their guns on them. People don't trust each other. People have a suspicion about one another. Somebody walking your way on your you thinking they're gonna you start shooting. You wind up knocking on the door and might need help, and somebody's just gonna shoot you because they thinking that it's just because they seen the media or thinking black people are dangerous or white people would have you. Now all of a sudden you minding your business, and yet a person has a fear. You pull out a gun and you become a victim. This is where we have become in damn Erica. Put the D in front of America, capitalize the E. Damn Erica, a country that is damned, that now everybody's rising up against each other. You seeing now that black folks are rising up in Chicago, in Oklahoma, in Arizona, because they're now bringing immigrants into the areas, flooding the black communities with the immigrants. Do you think that's going to play a part of hate? Let me show you another video. It has gotten, and this is the thing, like I said, because I'm 56 years old, I've come up through a system that it was like, I always question it, was like, how is it that we can kill each other, but yet we have a fear of those who really are racist against us? Well, when I really dove into looking into the criminal justice system, it was proven fact that if you do crimes against white people, you will serve a more longer term than you would if you did against black people. This youth today, the generation today, they don't care about that. That's why you see in Chicago, in some of these other countries, I mean communities or these cities, they're going over to where the money is. A lot of these people ain't got no money. A lot of people poor, and they like, I'm taking the easy road. They are going to where their money is. They're going into these malls. They're going into these stores where the high-end stores are, and they are bum rushing these places. This youth today, the generation today, when I say youth in their 30s, 20s, and teens, they don't care. Because the system has made it to where it's like every man for himself. We don't care about your community. And when you send that message that the system don't care, you're not sending jobs, you're not making opportunities, you're not creating doors open for getting higher education, better education, all that right there. When people give up and feel like their life is worth nothing, it don't matter who gets in their way. They're coming to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy. This is what the spirit does. Evil spirit does. That spirit don't care. There's no such thing no more as black and white. No black, brown, white, whatever. It's about whomever I see, I will get and take. This is where you're going to see now, even on the white side of the tracks, who are going to start being more up in arms. And you're going to see the Karens and the Kens who fear and going to walk around with guns, and some white man, a black man walking by and be innocent, not trying to do no harm, going to just shoot and kill him. All coming from fear. This is how it starts. This is how the purge begins. And you know, nobody's talking about it, but it's happening from one town to another town to another town. But once it starts to spread from one little city to another city to another city, everybody takes up arms. Now, we know a large majority of Americans have guns. You're going to find that the patience that might have existed in the black community, there ain't no more. You're starting to see students now fighting these daggone white teachers. Let me show you video. This girl right here. Let me show you video. She pepper sprayed her teacher because he took the phone. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go back here. No. Let me turn the volume down. I want y'all just to watch it because I don't want to get a strike. But the teacher done took the phone and she hit him with pepper spray. Teacher coughing and everything. I want my phone. I want my phone. I want my phone. Just give me my phone. You give me my phone. No, you're not going to get your phone. Not today. She hit him with pepper spray. This is in a school. Why do I say this? You see, I was shown this some years ago. No different than what I shared when I did a video about what's happening in the black male and the black men and how they are now starting to show this disdain for black women. And they're showing more love to themselves, to their own homies. That even you're starting to see the move of men into the women clothing. You're starting to see the men now in the painting of the nails and starting to do more on the feminine side. That you're going to see more and more start to drift towards one another. Oh, it's happening. We see it. We see now more of the men, young males, who are going to the other side. Or the other team, we used to call it. You're seeing more and more of it. This is nothing more than a system, a country that is full of confusion, that have destroyed the minds of majority of people. People who have lost their everlasting minds and who they are. People are trying to gravitate towards identifying with something to feel like something. And they have lost their own being. Damn Erica, put the D in front of America, capitalized the E. Damn Erica has caused such the confusion that there's so many categories of people trying to identify with themselves to have a voice. Can't get a voice here? Well, we over here. We're going out protesting, we're marching for our rights. And I identify with this, so I'm going to get heard on this because I'm black, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that, and I want my rights. This is the craziness that happens in damn Erica. And your children will fall into the bucket of confusion, to where they will lose themselves based upon your movies, your music, and all that you have, that there's going to be large percentages. We're losing our children. We lose our children to this confusion. And y'all know it. I've seen them. I've met them. I know them. I've seen more black families who used to be against the gay movement. Now their children's come home talking about they're gay. And now the parents now say, well, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, because, you know, my child and this and that, and will stand for it, defend it, and will be out there marching for it. All because they can't stand for what's right. So, well, I might as well, my child is this way. I love my child. Love ain't got nothing to do with it. To promote confusion is what America wants you to do. Why? It keeps you off the focus of what's really happening. They're boxing you in and putting you into a thing of bondage. But many people can't see it because many people are so caught into trying to be them, what they identify with. But then we see the drugs that are killing people left and right. Suicide's all-time high. Homelessness is at all-time high. And people think, oh, because you're so narrow-minded, because you're only stuck in one small community or city. See, I've been to 50 states, all 50 states. I've been to every major city. I travel. I've been to every major city in America. I've been to all 50 states, and I see the devastations that's happening. It blows my mind when I go to these states, go to these cities, and I'm like, they're not even showing this. It's crazy. But because you think America's the world's greatest country, because you ain't been outside, you don't even know what freedom and liberty is because you have never left. You don't know what a sensible, more simplistic life can be. You don't know what freedom really means. They told you that. You know, I had an interesting conversation with a young man yesterday. And I asked him could he turn off his music? And he said, no problem. He says, what's up with your music? What's up with music? I said, no, man, it clouds my judgment. It takes up headspace. I leave space in my head for ideas. I leave space in my head in order for me to meditate. I don't need my head crowded with TV and music. He said, you don't listen to TV? You don't watch TV? I said, man, I haven't watched TV, man, in 15 probably plus years. Now there's a form of watching like YouTube, but I do that because I have a channel here and I keep abreast of what's going on. But the garbage of a lot of the movies, I watch some movies too to put the pulse of what they're feeding people and then come back and share it. Because when you are surrounded by garbage, your mind becomes garbage. You see, when you put in the garbage in your mindset, you begin to think garbage. When you walk around, listen to music, watch the TVs and watch the mess that's going around you, your environment, your societies, your schools, your neighborhoods. When you are filled with it, you begin to think like, act like, and talk like it. You have become it. You have become a zombie walking, and you swear up and down that you're thinking in your right, sensible mind. And you're not. Believe me, I used to be in it until I had to remove myself out of it. And then I took the heroic move of removing myself totally out of the country. Because once you become awake, it becomes so load bearing on you that you're like, I can't take this no more. I can't deal with the people. You go to grocery shop and dealing with people's attitudes. You go to restaurants and you deal with people who just don't even treat you right. You deal with it and it becomes such a heavy load. You're like, I got to get the heck out of here. This country is done. It's over. It's burning. And people can't see it because as they begin to transform more into it and be like it, they can't see the difference until you leave the country and go to other countries and say, hold up. Man, this feels different. Peaceful. Man, this feels like something I've never experienced before. Y'all are so laid back. Y'all are more at peace. And when you begin to talk to the people, they're like, they can't understand what you're talking about. Yeah, these countries may have their issues and problems, but with America full of confusion, arguing about what is a woman, what is a man, we need to change the pronouns. Don't call me no she, he. I'd rather for you to call to me a this and that. Huh? You mean I can say that I'm black? I'm a white female? Well, I'm going to identify with that. Don't dare call me no black male. See, this is the garbage that your children are up against. You mean I can identify whatever I want to identify with? Why not? Go get you a poster board and go out here marching, argue, and fight against that because you will have followers. The pedophiles are out there doing it. The people who rather want to marry animals are out here doing it. Everybody's out there in the damn America trying to fight to get them some rights. Damn, if these people getting rights and I'm in my closet and I'm hiding the way I am, I'm going out here in public and I'm going to fight for my rights. Who cares? If I love 7-year-old girls, I want my rights. If they were born that way, I was born that way too. And I want my rights. Who cares if I go out here and murder? I was born this way. I was born this way, coming in with hate and have a disdain for people, and I kill people. I was born this way, and I deserve rights. This is what the confusion of America has done to you all, and your children are being lost. And the problem of it is, instead of teaching your kids right from wrong, you rather defend your children in the mess that they're in and support them. And it's just our children, and I give them support and all right there. Bull crap. Who's going to stand on the principle of the Most High of what's right and wrong? Because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And this is the behaviors of our people that we have lost our everlasting minds. thank goodness I have gotten out of damn Erica. Put the D in front of America, capitalize the E. I am in my place of peace and rest. I don't have to deal with the confusion. Sometimes I don't even want to do these videos, and I just want to leave damn Erica alone, and I want to go about my business. But I know there are people out here who are looking for answers. I know there are people out here who are searching for new lands. I know there are people out here who are just wanting a new start. I know there are people out here who are fed up, sick and tired, who've been beat down, who've been used and abused over the years, seniors who are even older than me, who are leaving America because they're like, I'm tired of it. This is the only reason why I do this, is because if I can't reach back to show people there are places better than this corrupt country that is confusing even the youth, that you already can tell the future by the confusion it is how America's going to be. It's not going to get any better. Heck, the white boys done rushed the Capitol building. They want their rights. They want things changed. White folks, the racists, they want their places. They want the where you want the Ku Klux Klan, and where you want the Black Power, the Black Lives Matter, whether you want the LGBT, you want the pro-life, the pro-choice, whether you want the pedophiles, whether you want all of these groups. The liberals, the conservatives, the Democrats, the Republicans, whether you want your sorority groups or you want your fraternity groups, whether you want all of these different selected categories of people fighting for rights is nothing but a ball of confusion that is burning quickly. I've never in my time seeing black folks going hunting down white people. You know times have changed. You know, boy, we better get ready now, boy, because this generation right here today, these jokers going out killing white folks, and the white youth are going out seeking out killing black folks. And guess who's in the middle of it all? Everybody else in the race who feel like they ain't getting their rights either, gonna go up and pick up guns and gonna go kill other people too. This is what you see in damn Erica. Please go back and see the video that I just played so that you can see this thing is really getting really crazy. Because when you see black people killing white people, oh, the game has definitely changed now. Oh, it's really changed, because this generation that has been playing the war games, playing the shooting and killing games, playing the zombie games, playing the games to go hunt people down, you see psychologically, and then the music now, when it was talking of all about, see, all of that planted a seed in the hearts and minds of men. And now you have the wars between the black man, black woman, the white man, the white woman, the whites against the blacks against the whites, the Chinese involved in that, and the immigrants that coming in, and everybody's trying to find their space. Everybody wants to push each other away. Let us have and let us do. Now jealousy sets in. Y'all getting more than we getting, and you ain't getting what I'm supposed to get. And this ain't fair. And we built this country. Oh, we were here first. Oh, we're the ones who are the original. Oh no, but we're the ones right here that was supposed to be, should be getting reparated. We're the ones right now. Y'all don't right here. These black people talking too damn much. These white people asking too much. All of this confusion comes in. All of it comes in, and hate rises. And when that hate rises, because especially people are self-medicating themselves with marijuana. Nothing wrong with marijuana. Which we talking about something wrong. Nothing. That comes from the motherland. Nothing wrong with marijuana. Oh yeah, for real. And you think these people growing this marijuana ain't sprayed and put chemicals on these marijuanas? You think that, oh, they legalized marijuana. You think it was just for the reason? No, it was for the money. But yeah, guess what? There are residue effects that are happening from marijuana. Take it from me. My wife is a physician. She got to see these people every freaking day. And she said so much on the rise, it is out of control. These people smoking weed all day, every day. And they talking about they can't stop. They're puking, can't hold down food. They're throwing up. They're starting to have anxieties. They're having nightmares. They're afraid to sleep with the lights off. They're starting to hear voices. You use any other drugs? No, all I do is smoke weed. Oh, but it's innocent. Now you got people up here in opioids. Oh, let's pop these pills. Let's pop the opioids. Oh, now it's laced with fentanyl. And it's killing them white folks like crazy. And yet they call it an epidemic. But see, when it was crack in the black neighborhoods and we were screaming to get it out of our neighborhoods, nobody said nothing. But now, because now white folks are being destroyed left and right by the opioids, white mothers, the soccer moms, who are on their Xanaxes, overdosing, and alcoholism that is so high now because of COVID-19 that came in. My wife says she ain't never seen so many women coming in who are strung out on alcohol, drinking 1-2 bottles a night. Got to get their cocktail to go to sleep. Can't go to sleep. Worrying, panicking, anxieties, all of these things that are happening. People are in fear. People don't have enough money to pay for their expenses. People feel as though that they can't get what's rightfully theirs, going to buy clothes that are so-called labeled names, you know, your Gucci's, because you're watching, your children are watching the social medias, they're watching the Instagrams and the Snapchats and the TikToks that are creating low patience. Why? Because it's causing their attention span to be less, because all they do is click. And it's going really quickly, and everything causes, they want self-satisfaction so quickly. They don't have the patience to deal with anything. Somebody says something, the only recourse they have is to buck up, to get mad, to go off, to yell and scream. Their mindsets are become so low because of the system that's are in places. People are so frustrated and upset. You watching other people putting this fake image out here on the social medias, driving these Bentleys and big houses and monies, and how to make money at $800 a day. And all these people out here, they ain't making that. They're only making their $15 an hour, $20 an hour, and they seeing it. It's even hard to keep up. They can't even pay their rent. They can't even pay their cars are paying $1,000 daggone dollars a month. All of these pressures, and people are losing it. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video of family members killing each other off. All-time high. Women killing their husbands or their children, men killing their wives and their children, or their boyfriends or their girlfriends and their children. All-time high. People tired. They're done. They've maxed out. It's over. Done with. See ya. This is the residue of the evilness of what the society of damn Erica, put the D in front of America, capitalize the E, damn Erica. It's so damned and full of confusion, got you fooled, that you would go and kill your own children. You ain't got the patience for you. You yell at your children. You hit them and swat them. You curse them out. You tell them they're no good. You have no love for your own children. You rather go out with your homies. You rather go out with your girlfriends. You rather go and let your children raise themselves. You in competition with your daughters, trying to dress like, talk like, have the men that they got. You trying to be in the same clubs, 40 years old, doing what they do. You out here trying to raise your son to be a gangbanger, trying to be a hardhead, a player, and yet they are being raised to have a hate for themselves and others. You see, while you sleep, while you are so worried about yourself, how you look, how you dress, what you can get for yourself, see, the enemy then walked in and violated your own children. Your own family members have crept into their rooms, have crept into, take advantage and violate your own children. Because you sleeping on the job, because you become the very one that you swore you would never become. You using drugs you swore you would never do. You selling your body you swore you would never do. You said you would never cross over and be gay, but you did. Why? Because you watch it, you listen to it, and you accept it and approve it. I got on this young African girl yesterday. I got on her. I don't care. I'm gonna fight for mine. I'm going to fight for the people and let them know this bull crap that you're trying to follow is mess. Young woman, 24 years old. Just yesterday, I got on her. She got blue in her hair. She got her braids and she got blue. And I said, what you got that blue in your hair? There's one thing at least in Africa, is they still respect their elders. I said, what you got that blue in your hair for, my sister? Why? Oh, I just want to put, no. I said, when are you going to get the piercings now? Oh, I will never get the piercing. Yes, you will. When are you going to get your tattoos? Oh, I'm never going to get that. Yes, you will. So why did you start with the blue in your hair? Where did you get that from, my sister? Where did you get the notion to put blue? That's not African. When are you going to put on your little mini skirt? When are you going to show the men your breasts? Where did that come from? See, you say today, you ain't going to do that. But see, as you begin to mimic and watch while she's on her TikTok and she's on her Instagram and she's watching the rest of the world as they perform and do what they do, she's just going to become more like it. And I wonder about it. She thanked me for it, though. But how far do you go? How far do you get off the righteous path and yet you then become rest like the world? Where did that all come from? You're nothing but an image of what the world is, and you not even living your own free life. You can't even think right for your own. You don't even have the headspace to. You walk around with the earbuds. You always got the TV on. Even when you go to sleep, you can't even turn the TV off because you're afraid of the dark. You're afraid of being by yourself. Always got to surround yourself with people when silence is the place to find the Most High. You see, you are afraid to go on a hike by yourself, go to a restaurant by yourself, go be by yourself in quietness. You got to keep the car music going. You got to always have something in your ear. You always got to be talking and conversating with somebody else. This is true. Come on, I know I'm giving it to you raw, but can you admit it? How far are you so far gone that you became an identity of damn Erica? You have become one that is lost. You identify with everything but then who you was created to be. Man, female, or whatever. You've pushed that so far aside that you have become an object of a figment of your imagination. You look in the mirror and you think you look good. You put on the makeups to hide the hurt and the pain. You go ahead and get your hair cut, your beard dyed and all that just to look in the mirror, to look from the neck up and thinking that you are something. You have a total disregard about the health of the blood work you should be focused on the health. And yet you think that you can get another person by what's from the neck up. You think you look good. You think you sound good. Look, people, look, I'm watching the numbers go down. People getting off now because I'm talking about what they are. But for those who are wanting to better themselves, don't be the product of your environment. Stand strong, my brothers and sisters. Stand strong against the evils that are being played around this world. You can get caught up in issues and missions and agendas that you forget who you are. Thank you, looking forward. For your heart of giving. Thank you for that $10. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll never ask for money. The Most High takes care of me. But if you move to give by the Most High, give. But I know, because I used to be that guy. I used to be that wannabe thug. I was so far gone. I became one that I was always in trouble, up here fighting. I never forget, I had a guy had a gun right here in my head. And you would think I would say, brother, put the gun down. No, I became like the NWA, bunk the police. I was a nigga for life. That's the life I lived. I ran to women. I was corrupt. I was lying. I was cheating. I was stealing. I was doing all that until I had a rude awakening. I'm not going to say a rude awakening. I had a beautiful awakening. Who are you? Who are you? Am I black? What do I stand in this whole thing called America? Who am I? And I got washed down spiritually, broken down when I was about to commit suicide because the stresses of this life was on my shoulders, about to take my life. My only thing that I knew to do, I didn't even know to do. It just came out. I fell down crying because I was about to take my life. If there's a God, help me. That's all I said. I ain't know nothing about no Bibles, no churches and all that right there, which is not even the gist of really the life of existence when it comes to you being connected with the spiritual entity. They told you that. But when I rose up and became a changed man, my eyes was open. I saw the bullshit. I was like, where the hell have I been? I'm 28 years old and I never saw this world like this. These people that I called my friends, the people I was surrounded by, the places I went, the music I listened to, the movies I watched. What the hell? I was blind. What did I become? And we see this now more prevalent today. So many millions of people lost, caught in the mix, lost who they are, identifying with things that are not them, and they are damned. Unless their eyes could be woke, unless they could see the truth for what it is. You see, you're supposed to hate the world. You're not supposed to love the world. You should be hating this world. This world done told you from the time you came out your mama's womb that you this, that, and this. Even they told you you were black. That word never existed until about 1700s. They didn't look at people as color. They looked at people from regions and tribes where they came from. When I was 41, I think I was 40 or 41 years old, that was the hardest thing for me to chew and swallow. When I heard the Spirit said, you're not a black man. Now get me on this. Follow me when I say this. It took me almost a year. I keep hearing this. You're not a black man. But I'm looking at my skin color. We all know this is brown. But even then I had to challenge that. Are you mean brown? No. I had to keep on chewing, and I had to keep, things were being revealed to me. They told you you were a black man, which boxed you in. It limited you. You see, you think because you're black, you're only supposed to do this, that, and that, and you can't do this, that, and this. When I realized that, and I was like, I operate that way. I'm operating as though I'm black based upon what they said. Let me give you some examples. We coming up, we would always divide things and know whether or not it was about a black thing or was it a white thing. Skiing, black people don't ski. Snorkeling, black people don't snorkel. Flying in a plane, black people don't fly in a plane. You gonna go do that? White people do that. You gonna go where? Only white people go there. You see, I was so boxed in because they told me I was black, that boxed me in and trapped me, that I only stayed into the confines of within the gates of what they told me. And when I realized I was cursing my own life to live free as a man with melanated skin, with the benefit of not being burned by the sun, I got it. This is when I became more open, and then everything now I saw could not stop me, because this spirit that was talking to me to show that don't walk in hate, don't hate anyone, but understand that you live in this world that's filled of it. But all has been given to you. What do you want? What's your desires? As long as they're right, standing. The world gonna tell you that they told me when I opened up my beauty supply store back in 1999. Black men don't open up no beauty supply stores. They had these white people fly in that when I was trying to sell product, and they were sending these sales reps in. They want to verify I had the store space for it. They want to see that I had the money to be able to order the certain amount of the products. These jokers was against me. They said, you know, you got these other supply stores. You got the Chinese man down, got a huger 3 times, 5 times your size, probably 10 times it was. You got the bigger one up here in Denver, which was a white man. And, you know, they were trying to convince me not to open it up. I said, no, 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 no. I heard and I know who I'm following. That voice that I heard, that sound in my spirit before I was about to kill myself, that rose me up and I changed my life. That was my power that I know I can do all that I want to do. This world tells you the opposite. And this is why you see the confusion, because confusion is the world's. And as long as confusion and get you to identify with anything outside of who you were created to be, it puts the Most High out of the picture. Then you're now limited. You become a limited being. Doesn't damn Erica tell you the sky is the limit? Which is a lie. We run around saying that. I just corrected a brother the other day. No, brother, no. The sky is not the limit. This life is limitless when it comes to what you have, your heart's desire. And the Most High is the limitless Most High that there is. You know how many years it took for me to understand this? Oh, you're looking at it, man. Yeah, I used to be in church and that spirit told me, get out. Let me teach you some stuff through the spirit of how it's supposed to be. Not by these jackleg preachers and bishops and pastors and ministers and prophets and all of these apostles that they call themselves. I want to be one-on-one with you. And I went on a journey inwardly and outwardly to get out of this mess and this confusion. Because I was almost the same man that I've just showed y'all the videos about to kill myself with a gun. I thought I loved myself back. I loved myself so much back then. I thought I was the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. I thought I was the one with I was the Mac Daddy of all the women. I had enjoyed my life until the pressures of life hit me like a daggone Mack truck and took me to my knees. And then it was like, whoa. Fighting, trying to get yourself out, fighting, trying to get yourself out. These old past pains when I grew up, this miseries that was still in my head and all that right there. I'm drinking, trying to suppress all that stuff, trying to deal with all of that mess. All of these issues of life coming upon me. I was ready to check out. But it was oddly enough, I had it in me to say, if there is a God, help me. Crying like a little baby because I had the world of confusion on my shoulders. And that's what I'm saying to each and every one of you all. You get into your quiet place. You leave space for the Most High. Rid your mindset of all they told you in your schools, your colleges, your environments. If it ain't about the righteousness of the Most High, I'm telling you right now, then you are going to be stuck in this world system of thinking. This is why many of us can't even obtain to our highest potential, because of the fact that the world has limited you in so many ways. Caprice Clark, hey, thank you for your heart of giving. I appreciate that. Your heart of giving, I appreciate. I can lay out my whole life. I'm transparent. I am transparent. This is look, I'll be open right here. Look, I'll be open with you like this right here. This is the world of confusion. I had ran women so hard. I got so numb to their touch. I thought am I gay or something? What's wrong with me? I had run women so much that I couldn't even get turned on no more. I can be transparent because this is your man, not your boy. This is going to help somebody that's watching right now. I tripped myself out and said, what the heck? See, that was the spirit, that evil spirit that could creep in and have you thinking, well, maybe you need to do something different. Go get 2 women, maybe. Is that the thing? Or go watch the pornography. It may be, maybe you're supposed to be the man, be with a man. That is the spirit of confusion that has taken many of our people out. I've seen many women and men go to the other side running for the same team because of their minds being trapped into believing that you should be over there with your same team. Oh, I got many stories. when I was under attack spiritually, when I used to live on that dark side, when I used to be out there doing my thing, and you can get caught. This is why we're seeing now this racial war that's happening, because the spiritual minds of men are gone. So this is one issue that we're going to be looking at. You stay alert, family. You have to go to, you should go to the Most High for your protection, for your guidance, to rid all of this mess that's in your head that you believe is supposed to be true. The meltdown has begun. Y'all about to embark on some things that you've probably never seen before. And once this fear starts to rise up and people now don't have a trust of anybody, you can just walk down the street and some white or black person is going to shoot and kill you because they think you are after them. This is where we at on that side. And many of you all don't understand that you're under the spiritual attack to get you confused in who you are, having you believe you are the opposite sex of what you were born to be, having now the eyes and the interest and the lust for the same sex. That spirit is live and well, taking many out. And then many are confused and going to drugs, alcohol, using that marijuana that is just nothing but a gateway, are losing their minds with being filled with anxieties, being overbearing by worries and all of these other things of fear and doubts. All of that is consuming your mind. You need to rid yourself of all of that. I had to do it. I had to get rid of the substances. I had to get rid of the music. I had to get rid of the TVs. I had to get rid of my friends. I had to get to a quiet place to unravel all of this mess that I had dealt with all those years in order to get back to a rightful place of where I was created to be. That's it, family. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all. My prayers for each and every one of you all is to come to the light of the Most High. It has been inherent in you to hear the voice. It has just been clouded. It has been softened. It has been put inherent in you to see with a spiritual eye. The veils just came over when you came out your mama's womb. It covered your eyes to see the truth and to hear the truth. You can tear that veil down. You get in your quiet place and you go ahead and cry out to the Most High. Guarantee you, when you start to rid all that mess and the sound, that loudness in your life, in your house, in your car, the voice will speak and you'll begin to hear it, and it will set you on a course. This is your man, not your boy, bringing you another gold nugget that you can either pick up or you can just kick it aside. Peace and blessings, people. Y'all have a blessed day as I will walk into my blessings.